purpose of the next show that you are about to watch, I will need to explain this. You shall not see me wearing a face covering. That's because, I don't know if you can quite see it, that I am exempt from a face covering. Basically, I'm on the autism spectrum as well, and if I wear a face covering, it is, well, can get quite stressed. Never mind about that. In the meantime, let's roll the title.
Welcome aboard. We will be calling at the following principal stations.
Well, good morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of Traffic Journeys. In fact, welcome to our starting point for today's journey. It's Goole Station. The time at the moment is 10:43. And we're filming this in April. Now, today's journey, as you know, we are heading up to the Derbyshire village of Edale. It's a place I've never been to before. Or have I? I'll explain that later on. Now, our first train is going to be the 10:54 Northern service to Sheffield. On arrival at Sheffield, we're boarding the 12:14 it is, to Manchester Piccadilly, and we're going to get off at Edale. Now, I have got a little desktop departure board from UK Departure Boards. Now, part of that, you get a virtual one which you can display on your mobile phone. But let's have a look at the train we're catching. So, let's board that train in a couple of moments. But before we do board it, let's say hello to little Jack, who will be going on today's journey. Sit back and enjoy this journey to the Derbyshire village of Edale. Here comes my train, 10:54 Northern service to Sheffield. It's 1:74.73. train has now arrived at Doncaster, but this isn't a Doncaster show. Let's continue to Edale.
Passengers joining us at Doncaster, this is the 11:21 Northern service to Sheffield, calling at Meadowhall and Sheffield at around 11:48 this morning. Please take your time to read the station notices which are situated in each of the doors on this train, and please keep your personal belongings in view at all times. If you do see anything on the train that concerns you, please report it to a member of train crew or text the British Transport Police on 61016. Can I please remind you that Northern are following government guidelines and we will require you to wear face covering on board this train and at our stations unless you are medically exempt. Please have tickets, passes and rail cards to hand for inspection. Thank you. All your belongings with you, and please don't leave anything unattended at the station or on the platforms. If you do see anything that concerns you, please report it to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. On behalf of Northern, I'd like to thank you for travelling with us this morning and we wish you a safe onward journey. Sheffield will be your next and final stop. Thank you.
Right, it is 11:48, we're here at Sheffield. Now we're going to catch the 12:14 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly. Now I've just done it on the train, but here it is on the departure board for the next train we're boarding. So let's go and board that train to Edale. Now before we board the Edale service, we've got one of Northern's 195s here. 195, 114 if anyone's interested. Once I will be coming back to Sheffield to do a proper full day out at Sheffield on the trams, but in the meantime, let's go and board our train. That's not our train, but let's go and board it to Edale. I'll let you know what it is when I see it. So my train's turned up, 150, 133, 150, 109. We're going to bash 150, 109. So we'll board it in a couple of minutes. Let's go and board the train.
Door, Brindleford, Hatherswich, Bamford, Hope, Edale, Chinley, New Mill Central, Marple, Romilly.
Customers
So
are
we've just
reminded to
boarded the
keep
train.
all personal
It's
belongings
150,
with them at
109.
all times.
We're going to take this
If
to
you see
Edale.
anything suspicious,
This is the Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next stop is Door.
customers are requested to remain vigilant. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Fleet by a text on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it. For the protection of everyone, you must wear the face covering that covers your 10% on all trains.
ladies and gentlemen, is Totley Tunnel. I shall see you on the approach to Edale. Right, we are just on the approach into Edale. I thought I'll show you the views before we get there. This is the Hope Valley line that runs from Sheffield to Manchester Piccadilly. Shortly be arriving at Edale. On arriving to Edale, this train will continue to Manchester Piccadilly, and this is where we are lighting the train. So welcome to Edale. Yeah, reminds me of part of Wales actually, this does. As I'll do a little bit more on Edale in a minute, but yeah, welcome to Edale everyone. Right, we're now here at Edale. Now let's talk about the train service to Edale. It's basically one train an hour that stops here between Sheffield and Manchester Piccadilly. Sorry about that. I just got interrupted by my mother who called me. Hello, Mum, if you're watching this. Where did we get to? Oh yes, the train service. It's one train an hour that stops here between Manchester and Sheffield, operated by Northern. Eastman's Railway do run a limited service here. I think they only stop once a day. But you get Eastman's Railway passing through the area every hour between Norwich and Liverpool Lime Street, and you also get Transpennine Express. What stop here is no, they don't stop here, but they run straight through here on the Cleethorpes to Manchester Piccadilly route. Now I think we have got a train due in a couple of minutes, so I'll film that one as well. But there is no dot matrix display. But luckily I've got one on my phone. There is a ticket machine here as well. The views up around here are absolutely fantastic as anything. Great to see semaphore signals still in use, which is fantastic. Now this station you can only get 4 carriages on. I'm quite impressed with these state views. Now I will admit I have been here before actually. When I was at school, hello to anyone who's watching from Southall School in Telford, I went on holiday to a little camp thingy, residential trip, whatever they call it, and I actually came here when I was a small boy to watch the trains. Hence why I'm into trains. Just over there actually, I'll show you that later. but we are here till around 3:30. I think we're on the 15:34 northern service to Sheffield. Then we're going at Sheffield. We're going to get on the stopper to Doncaster. I think it's 148901, I think it is. And then at Doncaster we're going to have about an hour before catching our train back to Goole. But yeah, fantastic views. I'm really impressed actually. Yeah, just over there I went to when I was a little boy, and we might go and have a bit of a walk. Absolutely wonderful place this is. Let's go and have a look around Edale, and we'll watch the trains later on actually, because I can't be bothered to watch that northern. Right, it's now 10 to 2. I've just been to that cafe for something to eat. Quite nice food it was actually. That's going to be one for you. Yes, let's rerun the walk I used to do when I was a little boy, when I came here with school. Because what they used to do, the coach used to drop us off in this car park on the right hand side. And I can remember I was a little boy walking down these steps. Just there. I can remember walking down this way to the station, because the railway line's just there. We'll take another walk where I used to go as a little boy. Yeah, so if you're in Edale, go and visit that cafe. The food's quite nice, but because of the current situation at the moment, it's contactless only. Sorry about that. Oh, I can hear a train. Yeah, so we've got the gap, because you have to be careful. There is a 2-hour gap, and that's the one of the trains that don't stop here. So it runs, but don't stop. And we're in the national park. That was yeah, I can remember walking under this when I was a little boy actually. I can remember seeing these stalactites. So we'll keep walking. Yes, I can remember this is the way onto the platform as well. On the Hope Valley line. I'll be careful around here when you do walk through here, because you're on country roads. We'll have a walk up here and see where we can get to. Here the views are absolutely fantastic. Now they do say when you do walk a country lane to always the best to face oncoming traffic. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh yeah.
them anywhere as long as you can just run down the hill and catch the wind.
I remember rightly, that's where we used to go when I was at school, the Peak Centre. Yes, I remember going there when I was a little boy. And I can remember the teacher saying, be careful on the road. I'm showing me age, aren't I? Never mind. Yeah, so that's where I used to go. And that's what the view was like from where we used to go to. Yeah, so I can remember standing here a few times watching the trains. So if you are interested, this is the view actually. And we've got sheep over here. And I've walked up the footpath which comes up from Edale. I'm going to have a walk to those trees. So I don't want to walk too far in case I miss my train. That won't be a good idea. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. The weather's brilliant actually. We've got fantastic weather, if I'm honest. I hope you're enjoying this show actually. I'm certainly enjoying making it. And so obviously I'll film a bit of the train ride when we go back. Right, 2:30. We've got an hour to go before the train. I don't particularly want to walk any further because it could take me 20 minutes to get back to the station. So let's head back to the train station. To the trains. let's stop messing around with these shots. Let's just get to the train station. Made it back to the train station. Trains this way. I'm now back on the platform here at Edale. It's just turned 15:03. We're going to wait for our train. As I'll do on the next clip, I'll flash up the train departure board for our train we are catching to Sheffield. Except that wasn't the departure board. Instead, the departure board is coming up next. That was a passing East Midlands Railway service. Right, before we board our train to Sheffield, let's do a full review of Edale. Edale, I like it. Nice and quiet. We're definitely going to come back here. Watch some trains, definitely. But yeah, I quite like Edale. The views are absolutely fantastic. What we might do, I might do some more stops along the Hope Valley line. But yeah, I quite enjoyed Edale. Did a nice walk as well. Obviously I'll do a full review when we get back to Goole, or in the Goole area. But now, let's film our train arriving in. We'll board it. That'll take us to Sheffield, where we're due in at 16:07, and we're going to get the 16:31 to Doncaster. So the next clip will be the train arriving into Edale. So now it's time for the return journey. There comes my train. 5135. 150, 140 to be honest. This is 5135 operating 15:52 Northern Suits to Sheffield. The next stop is Sheffield. We'll be arriving on the train, in fact where this train will terminate.
This is the northern service to arriving at Sheffield, where this train terminates.
Customers are reminded to keep all personal belongings with them at all times. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Police. We hope you have enjoyed travelling with Northern today. As you leave the train, please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
The announcement was just said, we will shortly be arriving at Sheffield, where this train terminates. Right, I've just come out the station for a bit of fresh air. Our train's already on the platform. It's the 16:31 northern service to Doncaster, and it is a one-for, I think it's 9:01, so we're going to board that in a couple of minutes. It departs in 20 minutes anyway. Yeah, that was a nice ride from Edale. So our next train will be the Doncaster one. What I shall do, I shall show up the departure ball for that train, and then we'll go and board it.
Welcome aboard this northern service to Doncaster. We will be calling at Meadowhall, Rotherham Central, Swinton, Mexborough, Conisbrough and Doncaster.
This is 148-901 operating the 16:32 northern service to Doncaster. Going at Meadowhall, Rotherham Central, Swinton, Mexborough, Conisbrough and Doncaster, doing the Doncaster for 17:09, and this is the all-stopper service. So I shall do a bit of filming along the route as well.
This is the northern service to Doncaster. The next stop is Meadowhall.
Customers are requested to remain vigilant. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Police via text on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
For the protection of everyone, you must wear a face covering that covers your nose and mouth on board trains and at stations at all times, unless you are exempt.
Service to Doncaster. The next stop is Doncaster.
We've just departed Conisbrough, so our next stop will be Doncaster, where we'll be changing trains.
Personal belongings with them at all times. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Police. We We hope you've enjoyed travelling with Northern today. As you leave the train, please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
We will shortly be arriving at Doncaster, where this train will terminate. Right, it's 17:12. 158901 has just brought me in. I'm going to go and have a walk and stretch my legs around Doncaster before catching our train to Goole, which departs here at 18:25. So we've got an hour and a quarter, which ain't too bad. I shall flip up the departure board for that service when it comes available to me, and then I shall film that train arriving in. So we're now at Doncaster. We're going to do a proper day out here anyway, soon on travel exchanges.
He went 8. How many person needs to be involved in it?
So let's go and board that train to Goole, going at 4 North and Goole. This is 117473, operating 1825 Northern Service though. I'm taking the straight as far as Goole, going at 4 North and Goole. So I shall do a bit of filming as we head into the Goole area. shortly we're on at Goole. On our way to Goole, this train continues to Hull. This is where we are light in the service. Right, it is 10 to 7. We're now back at Goole, and we are going to do a full review on the docks of today's journey. Right, it's 20 past 7. I'm on the banks of the River Ouse. No, I don't think it's the River Ouse actually. Whatever it is, I'm on the banks of a river. But it's time to end this journey of Travel Extraneous. Now today, we went to Edale in Derbyshire. Now we started down at Goole. We had 473 to Sheffield. Then we had a pair of 150s to Edale. Edale itself was quite nice actually. I really enjoyed myself. Sorry about that. I got interrupted by my mother again. Hi Mum, if you're watching. Yeah, you've just called me. I forgot what I was going. Oh yeah, Edale. Edale was absolutely a lovely place. I really enjoyed it actually. I'll definitely have to go back to Edale. Hopefully film some more trains actually on when we do that. Coming back, we had a pair of 150s to Sheffield. I had a bit of time at Sheffield, and we got 158901 to Doncaster. That was alright. And then we got 17473 back to Goole, which was the same train we had this morning. That's it from me. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Details are coming up next. What's coming up on next week's show, or on the next show I should say, I don't know to be honest actually with you, because the way that these are being filmed are not the way they've been shown, if that makes any sense, which probably doesn't. But in the meantime, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. As I said, details are coming up next. Little Jack's gone to sleep now, so I'm going to head off home. See you all on the next show, whenever that's going to be. Bye for now. Click here to subscribe to Travel Journeys, and to watch the previous episode of Travel Journeys, click here.